Misinformation is obviously a huge problem, but worse than misinformation is the prerequisite to the susceptibility being education itself. You see, not having a more Socratic model for teaching children, what we've done is we've invented an indoctrination machine, a funnel, to develop both consumers and workers. People that would confuse parroting and paraphrasing memorized factoids as knowledge. When you really look at the most important lessons of life, they're left out. That people going through life and having hardships need to find community. They need to develop authenticity and empathy, compassion for both themselves and others, things that are not prioritized in a consumer culture that's transforming ordinary people to narcissistic, idealized social image seekers. And, all of this works to profoundly undermine our own individual abilities to navigate reality and understand it, where people actually surrender the responsibility of understanding reality. That reality is now something that most people are in avoidance of, that they would prefer to defer their power and diffuse responsibility and cry and whine towards governments, that being a victim to your congressional leadership or presidents is part of the intention of the system itself, where you think that complaining and whining and protesting has any power. It doesn't. You might as well be in the back seat of your daddy's Buick tattletelling on your little sister for poking you. And so, real leadership is completely absent in this world. That leadership is something that we demonize because of its threat to ego. That people have been indoctrinated to literally educate their ego as opposed to profoundly enhance their relationship to reality. When education became conceptualized as merely a vehicle for your own economic relevance, and your value as a human being is something that varies based on the changing goalposts of success, and we literally devalue one another just based on the arbitrary position you have in this ever-changing model of narcissism. And so when you can actually be convinced that a human life can be more valuable than another, our idols have become narcissists, and we're keeping up with Kardashians, and our music is the drumbeat of misogyny. I mean, holy moly, giving Grammys to strippers who make music about drugging men and taking their money, or people that make up WWE type, gangster rap characters and claim to be former drug lords and make music about shooting police officers or drugging women. Interesting. And we're all so disappointed to hear about Puff Daddy. And that's the type of character that we, would give the keys to the city. I just saw that New York is going to get the keys to the city back from Puff Daddy. And that kind of character is just walking around in plain sight. Interesting. And so we've seen the total dehumanization of each individual person become an external validation seeker just to try to stabilize themselves socially. That animals don't even have to work. And with all this technology and machines, we become a slave to the machines and the technology. That just housing and transportation, just to show up, just to say you're a homeowner, just to participate in the American dream, a land that used to be free, quite literally free. How did this happen? How could we have taken the great continent where all these native people lived in balance and harmony with nature and transformed it into a concrete jungle? You know, and we're just so inhuman that we can't even find a way, with all this technology and prosperity, to keep people off the streets. People with clear mental health problems and challenges. And then there's no humanity, that everybody thinks that you're supposed to work. I mean, that's how powerful propaganda is, that we literally instituted slavery in a way. The work week was an invention. And now we get mad if somebody doesn't want to work. And people are screaming for more jobs while screaming to not raise their own minimum wage, and somehow connecting the profits of these multi-billion-dollar corporations with their own prosperity. And voting on behalf of corporations to deregulate, not raise minimum wage, get rid of my health care, but give me more jobs. Oh, but don't let the Mexicans come and take the jobs, the ones that don't even speak English, that used to live here before we got here. Like, you're going to be mad because of the ethnicity and national origin of somebody who took your job? And you don't think that's racist? Like, if you lost your job, you lost your job, but you'd be more angry if it was a different ethnicity? I don't know what to tell you guys, but it kind of looks like your end time apocalyptic prophecies. You're really working hard to make it a reality. And I'm just like, the thing about being a human is we have what's called power. Tomorrow hasn't happened yet, so we don't need to blow each other up. That's right. It's true. We didn't push the button yet, so we don't have to push it. Do you know that? Yeah, like, it's not mandatory that we destroy ourselves. Yeah. That, despite popular opinion, it's not destiny that we destroy, that you can go left, you can go right. You do have some autonomy with your body and your choices. And what happened yesterday, it doesn't have to remote control you to do the same thing, right? So if we can all agree that we don't have to repeat what I did yesterday. If I did something wrong, then maybe as countries we can say, hey, we did something wrong yesterday. We're not going to do that something wrong tomorrow. Can we just sign a peace deal? Hey, we all did something wrong yesterday. We're not going to do nothing wrong tomorrow. That's my peace deal. Hey, everybody, let's sign the peace deal. We all done fucked up shit in the past. Every race, every ethnicity, every gender, every hair color, every place of the earth, somebody's did something wrong. We all did something wrong. So how about we just say, okay, let's push reset. We're going to get the big giant Men in Black thing. We're all going to look at it together. Just flash it. Okay, everybody, nothing wrong happened in the past, so we don't need to be mad about it. And we're all going to do good things in the future. Everybody want to make a deal? Let's do some good shit. Make some money doing it. Let's make doing good shit profitable. How about that? That's going to be my campaign slogan. Making good shit that's good for everybody and good for the future, good for humanity, good for the environment. Let's make making good things for the Mother Earth profitable. Right?